Well, if there's one thing that working on characterizations does, is it really forces you to think about how would I actually animate this and work with it. As I'm going through this, I'm seeing that to get some of the most effective types of animated looks out of this, I do want to work with different sized eyes and have them changing shape over time. That lets me know right now that I need to go ahead and create each eye on its own layer so that I can go ahead and use the layer transform tools to go ahead and make those changes. I'll probably just copy the eye so I don't have to regenerate that work, and then just speed up the actual production time. It's all about saving some time so you can get on with the business of actually animating. But as I look at, say, a 3/4 view like this, really all it is a change of a frontal view right here, which is going to save me some of the dynamic types of morphing that I'll have to do for a 3/4 view. It's easy for me to lay in a mouth on a flat view like this, shift the eyes just enough, but not really have to worry about a head turn. When I'm working with the mouths, I am liking the simplistic type of mouth, the cartoon mouth, to conveniently and rather quickly be able to animate some different sentiments, some different emotions that are going on as we work with our character. When we get to something like, I don't know, the potential for having, I guess we'd say, the frog mouth fill up with air or something, maybe it gets a fly that it really doesn't like, and we want to give the idea that it's distasteful or something not good. These cheeks are probably going to have to be a unique creation just for the layer where we're doing that action, where we have a dynamic layer, we create some morph targets for it, so we can go ahead and get this kind of distortion without making it easy on ourselves. I guess that's what it comes down to. But definitely the thing that's coming to the forefront here is that these eyes are going to have to be in their own unique group so that we can easily change them, work with them, and give them the emotive type of expressions that we want for our character right here. The face we're going to try to keep pretty flat. It's going to be faster to animate that way, faster to produce, and we can create all the looks we want just doing some dynamic changes to it and creating those morph targets. Floating eyebrows, those two are going to have to each be on their own layer. The face, like most things, well, not always, but is usually the most complex part of the animation process, simply because people do look to that for visual cues. I think I've got what I need right here. When we go into profiles, then we need to look at some other ways where we've got open mouth types of changes. For this little animated sequence we're doing out of the entire storyline, we'll be working with the character fairly head-on, so we can go ahead and get the looks we expect by using the generic head shape that we'll create and then create those specific morphs. Let's go ahead and move into importing elements of this into Anime Studio Pro and then actually beginning to draw our base art for the frog.